So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on our first of quite a few sessions today, where we will be introducing the Risk and Insurance Department to you all and all the qualifications that we have for you guys. So I see we are quite a big group, and I'm so honored that you all took the time to come and listen. Well, I know you guys are not, we just discussed this in the what we call the green room. We all know you're not really here to see me or Sunazu. You are really here to see Tasmika and hear what she has to say about the qualification. So me and Sunazu will talk super fast to get through all the, the boring things, if I can call it that. So guys, just a little bit. So this is then the Risk and Insurance Department, and today we will be discussing the Hire Certificate in Short-Term Insurance. So first of all not all our qualifications, but this is all the accreditations we have in the Department of Risk and Insurance. So specifically the Hire Certificate in Short-Term Insurance as well. It is with the Insurance Institute of South Africa, where on completion you'll be able to get your licentiate. And we are also accredited for recognition of prior learning with the Chartered Insurance Institute, and that is the international body as well. We are also with the Insurance or the Institute of Loss Adjusters for South Africa. We have quite a good partnership with, and we're at the conference the other day, and it was really nice. And then also with IMSA, the Institute of Risk Managers for South Africa. Then, so this is the whole pathway. If you want to go grab that top trophy at the top. So we start all the way from a Hire Certificate in Short-Term Insurance. Then you can go on to the Advanced Certificate or the BCom. That's completely up to you. And please, if you are ever, once you are done with the Hire Certificate and you're not sure, please do reach out to me and have a chat to me. I'll gladly advise. And then we finish it off with a postgrad in risk management with various specializations. The one I'm most excited about is that one of the specializations is insurance management, where you will learn very, very high level portfolio management and actually how to run an insurance company at the end of the day. So it is a very exciting, and we're very proud of that qualification. Why is my slides? There we go. So guys, with Milpark, it is full distance learning. I'm going to go fast through this because Tasmika will give you the ins and outs of what it is actually like. So this is full distance learning, and it is fully online. I think that is definitely the way to go. So it is, I want to say self-paced learning, but self-paced in a sense that we help you and we guide you. So we will give you a study plan. That is the golden ideal. But what I always say is life happens, so if you go on, in a month's time, I'm going to go and leave, then, you can self-pace yourself to say, okay, so I'm not going to miss out too much. Okay. It is very accessible. I'm going to show you what the course pages look like now. And you can do this from anywhere in the world. We have people in New Zealand. We have lots of people in the bordering countries of South Africa. I'm not sure in America, but definitely Europe and the southern parts of the world, we have people with us. So we have formatives and summatives. So formatives is your assignments and your online tests before the time. And I almost want to say formatives are there to form you for the summative, which is in your final exam. Not all exams are necessarily closed book, proctored. So instead of the invigilation that you would have in a hall, we have moved to online invigilation. So that is also very exciting. So in undergrad studies, your formatives contribute 30% of your final mark, and then your exam is 70 mark. So those are just some of the more intricate details of what it is to study. So guys, this is what it looks like. If you go on the course pages, this is what you will see. So you have various tabs there at the top. So you have your overview tab, and under that, you will have things like meet your lecturer, where you can, there's a little video on us to say, who we are, a little bit more about us. Then you can also book sessions with us on Thursdays from 2 to 4. So it is not I think that's the big thing. Milpark is not a place where you are almost, I want to say, left to your own devices and you just get things and you need to submit. We are 100% there for you throughout the way. Then you can also connect with other students. This is very important because a very big part of learning is to be part of a collaborative and being also there for each other. So that's also important. And then you obviously also get access to a tutor. You will also get recordings on the module overview. So what you can expect in this module on the first page, the study plan, which I've already discussed. There's also assessment guidelines, which clearly tell you, this is how the module is going to be assessed, all those type of things, and the connection hubs, which I've showed you now. Then, okay, this is just what the tutor forum looks like. So you can ask all your academic queries here, and Sanaza will tell you a little bit later about our amazing program manager that is there for any administrative queries that you can just contact him on. Then you also get all your learning material online, but you do also get a hard copy of the book. I know I'm still old school. I still like to highlight and make notes. So you do get a hard copy of the book. Only on the lower modules, unfortunately, like on the postgrad, we've moved away from that now. But on the higher certificate, advanced and BCom, you still get books. So that is just something to remember. Then you'll also get additional reading or anything that you might need. You will also get mock tests, but we've made the mock test now online, so you can practice how that is. Then on all the topics, you will also get a recording and slides just to help you through all the material as well. Then on all modules, you will have a minimum of 2 live sessions as well. So all our sessions are generally, so this one is now from 2 to 3. Generally, our sessions run from 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 in the evenings, because we are, most of you guys at least, are working professionals. And yeah, we're there for you. So you can also tell us, but all the sessions are also recorded, so you can go and just watch them afterwards as well. So for modules, for instance, like commercial lines or personal lines, or anything that has quite a big calculation component, or that students just generally struggle with, we do add more live sessions as the need arises. So you're always welcome on the tutor forum to say, listen, I'm really not getting this concept. Can we do a live session? And I promise you, we will all step in and arrange that for you to help. Then we also have a Proctorio help. So Proctorio is the invigilation system that we use. So there's just how that works and some more information on that. Then, like I said, you have your formatives. So this is where you get your assignment, where you upload your assignment, and where you do your online tests. So you can just click on them and go in. So the online tests are all on the system, and you get your results immediately. So that's quite fun. You will also get feedback on the online tests. So we will tell you, this is what you got wrong. This is why you got it wrong, in a sense. And then you will also get the marking guidelines on your assignment to see where you went wrong. Because like I said, the formative forms you for the exam. So we want to give you as much feedback as possible. Then also the mock exam, like I said, it follows the exact same structure as the actual exam. So it 100% prepare you for the final exam. And then that is what the final exam also looks like. So you'll get more documents, and then also access to your exam. So from here, I am going to hand over to Sanazu. He's our program oversight manager for the higher certificate, and she will take you through all the things about the higher certificate. Thanks, Sanazu.
Thanks, Marissa. Okay, so good morning, everyone. So like Marissa said, I will be speaking about the higher certificate. So first and foremost, why should you study the higher certificate in short-term insurance with us? So what our qualification then would do, it would equip you with the knowledge and the skills that are required by the short-term insurance specialists that operate within the short-term insurance industry. So if you take the higher certificate with us, then you'll be competent and able to provide short-term insurance services across the fields of personal and commercial insurance. And then once you complete the qualification with us, you can then apply to receive a letter of completion for the class of business in personal lines training as per the board notice of the Phase Act. Okay, and then who should study with the higher certificate, this higher certificate in short-term insurance with us? So if you're someone who's wanting to enter the short-term insurance industry, this is the perfect qualification for you. If you require a full qualification to meet the competency requirements for the phase fit and proper purposes, it is a compliance qualification. So if you're that person, and then also if you want to apply for the designation of a licentiate, through the IISA, it will be awarded once you complete the higher certificate with us. And then also if you want to apply for the designation of CERT CII, that's awarded by the Chartered Insurance Institute that Marissa referred to earlier. Okay, and then the modules that we offer, sorry, not the modules. Firstly, the staff that will be helping you throughout your journey. So the head of department is then Marissa, who you've seen, and our program oversight manager is myself. So I am Sinazo Kozo. Our program manager is then Jethro, who unfortunately could not join us today. And then the lecturers who will be assisting you throughout this whole journey will be then myself, Sanele, Shabalala, as well as Charlene Volmerans. Okay, and then moving on to our, I think now is our modules. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm very keen to get into our modules because we've got quite an exciting range. Okay, so firstly, we've got 4 compulsory modules on the higher certificate. That would be your personal lines, your legal framework, commercial lines, as well as your risk management. So all these 4 modules, like it states, are compulsory, and they all have 25 credits for the first 3, except for risk management, which has 15 credits. So all these compulsory modules are then offered in both semesters, so both in semester 1 and in semester 2. And then you'll see on the far right the respective lecturers that would be taking those modules. Then we also have quite a nice wide range of like a variety of our elective modules that you can choose from. So from these, I think we have 7 electives. You need to only choose 2 from them. So it's very exciting. You can choose whichever ones that you find will be suitable for you, that will meet your needs. So we've got business management, we've got construction insurance, we've got engineering, marine insurance, aviation, introduction to underwriting, as well as relationship management and short-term insurance. Okay, so you'll see our electives have 15 credits each, and some of them run in both semesters, so both first and second semesters, and some of them, as you'll see on here, are offered in just 1 semester, so either the first semester or the second semester. Okay. And then as part of our staff that will help you through your journey is Jethro Delport, who is then our program manager. Like I've already mentioned, Jethro was unfortunately not able to join us today. So just a bit about Jethro. So Jethro has been with Milpark Education for a very long time. He is our program manager. He's very experienced. He works very closely with students, so he's the person to go to if you have any administrative issues. He will assist you with that. And as you'll see here, the role of the program manager, so he will interact with you and assist you throughout your journey. He'll provide you with support and assistance. So he'll lead you in the right direction. He'll also, he's there like he's your go-to person. So he'll ease your journey and ensure that you keep up. So he's the right person that you can go to, and that is then Jethro. Okay, so then for our higher certificate in short-term insurance, the admission requirements would be as follows. So in order for you to be able to study the higher cert with us, you would require a senior certificate or a national senior certificate, that's your NSC, as certified by Umalusi, with a minimum mark of 40% in English, the language of instruction at Milpark Education. So you just need matric and you can get into the higher certificate. We do also offer another route, which is our RPL route. So this is designed for mostly our international students who don't necessarily have the SAQA certificate of equivalence. So they can then follow by completing the short-term course, our short courses of class of business. So that would be the personal lines as well as the commercial lines class of business as the admission criteria. And then this route will also, for this route, we only take a certain number of students, so it is quite limited. And so we do look at each case individually, and we also look at your CV and your COP certificate that will serve as the assessment criteria for RPL. So this is still RPL, so a maximum of 10% admissions can be accepted via this. So like I said, it is quite limited intake. So if you do want to take this route and you don't meet our matric requirement, then you make sure that you quickly reach out to us so that you don't miss that opportunity. Okay, and then our rules of progression. So our students are required to complete 4 compulsory and 2 elective modules, like I've already indicated. So we don't have any prerequisites. What we do then recommend is that personal lines must be then the first module that you take if you're only doing 1 module. Then personal lines and an elective can be taken as your first 2 modules that you register for if you are then going to be doing 2 modules. If you then want to register for more than 2 modules, so you want to take 3 modules, then we would suggest that you do personal lines, you take an elective, and then you also do legal framework. So we kind of already know the content of the modules. So I would suggest that you follow this recommendation, because it will be like manageable if you follow this recommendation. Okay, so on successful completion, you will then be awarded with 120 credits. That's on completion of the higher certificate. And then just importantly to note is that I did mention the credits per module. So 1 credit does equate to 10 notional hours. So in total, you are then required to put in at least 1,200 hours to successfully complete this qualification.
Shams and Ozu, just say that is over a whole year, eh?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry for allowing you.
Don't scare the people.
Definitely. So it's obviously for the entire qualification, but obviously now if you take 3 modules only in a semester, 25 credits would then be 250 notional hours. So for each module, you'll see that you have to put in at least those notional hours for that particular module. So it just depends on how many credits the module has. Okay, so then once you successfully complete the higher certificate in short-term insurance, you'll then receive your qualification with 120 credits. And then the higher certificate in financial planning is accredited by the Higher Quality Committee of the Council of Higher Education. Okay, so the program is at NKF level 5, so higher certificate is level 5, and it will provide articulation options into level 6 programs. So for example, your advanced certificate in short-term insurance, then so you can then proceed to do our advanced certificate in short-term insurance at level 6. You may also further articulate to our BCom, which is then level 7, with a major in short-term insurance. Okay, so that's basically the journey you would take if you go through Milpark. So your higher certificate, level 5, level 6 advanced certificate in short term, level 7 BCom with a major in short term. And then the last one, Marissa, that she mentioned is the postgraduate diploma in risk management. Okay, so now I would like to introduce our amazing alumni. So Tasmika. So Tasmika did study the higher certificate in short-term insurance with us. And I just want to brag to say that she is our distinction student. So she'll just be sharing a bit about her journey to let you know that, you know, it's very exciting. You Milpark will support you. We've got you. You've got this. So there's just evidence from Tasmika. Over to you, Tasmika.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Sanaza, for the lovely introduction. I'm definitely honored to be here today and to speak, you know, as an alumni of Milpark. This was actually my 3rd qualification, and doing it, I think, with a different institution every single time made each degree or qualification so fresh. So I just have to say, you know, Sanaza and Marissa was such amazing support systems to me. Whenever there was a query, I was unsure of something, you know, I could run straight to either of them and I know I would get a timely response. So just to reiterate what they've already told you about the support structures that Milpark guys, just take full advantage of that, because it's difficult sometimes for them to navigate through the system and the millions of students that they have. But I think Milpark does an exceptional job at that. Just to get started with the stuff that I did actually plan on going through with you guys. So I'll start with one of the major reasons why I chose Milpark, or Milpark was actually chosen by my institution. So Mopac, guys, is renowned in the insurance and financial services industry for being excellent and definitely the preferred institution of choice. As Marissa already mentioned to you guys, they are accredited internationally and recognized internationally. So I think, even if you want to start off here and complete your qualifications and then move on, rest assured, your stuff is going to be recognized. So I think the reputation is them. They definitely masters of the financial industry and the qualifications on many different levels. They offer an array of options. As already mentioned, you have your 5, 6, and then after 5, if you want to proceed straight to 7. The qualifications also, I guess it allows you to leverage very well, especially if you in an industry where you're working in insurance or financial services. As someone who's done it and worked in insurance at the same time, I think it really gave me an opportunity to understand things in context. So when I was doing my commercial lines or my personal lines, I could read what I was studying and study to work through the questions and then go back to work and seeing it happen in a real life scenario or in a claim instance. So I think that was definitely great, and one of the perks, I would guess, of working and studying at the same time. So I actually chose the higher certificate, as I do already have a BCom in finance and economics and honors in economics as well. But when I had entered the insurance industry, I actually preferred to have something that was insurance related and that I was able to relate to. So this qualification will actually allow me to be face compliant and be able to be client facing, and definitely has granted me extensive knowledge in my field. I actually did obviously the 4 compulsory modules: personal lines, commercial lines, risk management, and legal framework. And I was lucky enough to have done the electives on business management and relationship management. I think those electives were the most fun modules ever. The knowledge that I got there, I really enjoyed engaging with it, doing the questions and the assignments. I guess it took me back, to school sometimes, and just really having fun with the qualification, which is not something you get very often when you're trying to study. So in terms of what I think the qualification is actually going to do, for my career and my life, so it's already provided me with quite an in-depth knowledge on the insurance industry. And when I say that, I mean technical as well as legal knowledge, because you need to know insurance related stuff, but then also you need to know the legalities of how things work. So I really think that doing this qualification and passing with distinction, thankfully, and I was so humbled by that. It allows me to climb that ladder of success that I need to, and basically move on in my team and my organization. I also think that this qualification has allowed me to get the recognition I deserve, as well as opening up new and outside opportunities. Last week, Friday, I attended the Insurance Institute of KwaZulu Natal's Education Awards dinner, where I was recognized for actually having the highest distinction in risk management. And when I tell you guys that was such a humbling experience, I was so honored to be there, and to represent Milpark and to represent my company, Marsh, as well. To know that you've gotten through something and you're able to get that recognition. It was also a great networking experience. It's going to help you to basically further yourself in the industry. So in terms of my learning experiences and some of the pros and cons of studying at an institution and then studying through distance learning, studying while working is definitely no easy feat, guys. But with Milpark, the ability to join lectures online is definitely an advantage. This is extremely convenient, and I think it really eliminates the stress of traveling and time. And what I actually did was I actually used to join my lectures at the office. So I would just step aside and then go into my lectures, get into it with my facilitator and the lecturers, and then you just continue my day. So it's not like I had to leave the office and then drive to a lecture room. So that definitely, I was so comfortable, and it really eased the process itself. I also think, guys, writing the exams in the comfort of home definitely allows you to have that extra comfort, and it really reduces the stress of travel and time again. As I previously mentioned, I do have a BCom, and I would remember before that exam, you're already anxious enough, and then having to get through traffic and fighting against time is not the easiest thing to deal with. And with Proctorio, which Milpark uses to basically invigilate your exams, you just gotta allow it your screen, your microphone, share your screen. You're sitting in the comfort of your home and you're writing that exam, and there's nothing that beats that comfort level. I think one of the cons, unfortunately, we're going to have to mention this, is maybe that you're not maybe able to network as freely, with your other students, and this can sometimes become a little bit difficult to explain to your facilitators or your lecturers over a virtual meeting. But I think, as Sinazo and Marissa did mention, you can set up consultations with your lecturers, and speak to them and explain to them what do you need more attention on, and what is it that you think you're struggling with, that you actually need help. So in terms of advice that I actually do have for you guys, please don't procrastinate. Coming from a culture where I've studied so much, it's so tempting. It is so tempting, especially when you're trying to balance your work life, your studying, and then obviously your personal life itself. But it's never a good idea. Please do not underestimate the qualification or the modules. The amount of time that it takes up, I think, is exactly what Sinazo said just now. That 1,200 notational hours is exactly what it's going to take you in order to pass this successfully and hopefully with distinction, just like me. I remember I would sit sometimes with those assignments an entire weekend. I would start on a Friday and then do one question a day, because it's just not easy. Please don't underestimate it. So I think those textbooks that Marissa speaks of when she says she loves to highlight stuff. Guys, that's the best ever. I would sit with the textbook with the question paper of the assignments and just highlight through my stuff, read through my stuff, and everything is just there. So if you're going to read and engage with the material and spend that time that you need to, you guys will pass with distinction just like me. So yeah, definitely please don't procrastinate. The tests also are extremely helpful, because it allows you to look at the layout and what the exam is actually going to be like. I think what really helped me with those tests, it actually guided me to where I was going wrong, or what I had doubts on, or what I was getting wrong. Especially in terms of the modules that have calculations, which is personal lines and commercial lines. The calculations are not as easy as, especially if you're new to the insurance industry. It's not easy to understand the calculations and how it works. So when you do those tests and you can see you're getting something wrong, then you need to go back and fix it, or go back and speak to your facilitator or your lecturer and try to understand it better. So those tests, they really helped me to figure out where I was going wrong, and that actually made sure that I didn't do that in the exam. So that really helped me. Your lectures or your live sessions that Marissa and Sinazo mentioned, guys, it's so important. Please don't think that I had such a hard day at work, I don't want to attend these sessions. They are the most helpful thing and one of the most powerful tools that's going to allow you to know where you're going wrong, to understand the module better, and everybody wants to graduate top of the class. That's the point, right? So that's definitely going to help you understand the content. I think what also helps is the study plan that's given to you, because the chapters are broken down according to the time given and when your tests and your assignments and exams are due. So work with those chapters ahead of your live sessions or your lectures, so that you're able to ask those questions when you reach it. Like, I'm confused about this, I've read through this, I don't understand it, can you please repeat this, or clear my doubts. It really helps when you're already familiar with the content and you're not hearing about it for the first time. In terms of exams, again, no procrastination, just study ahead of time. And I promise you'll feel so prepared, and you'll actually enjoy writing that exam when you know what you're writing, your processes. It just really helps. Being prepared before an exam is just the best feeling ever. It reduces all of your anxiety, you enjoy it, and it really becomes fun. So I think with Milpark, my experience was, not to be biased, I didn't mention my other institutions, but Milpark was definitely my favorite and the most painless experience experience I had. Any queries that I had was answered so timelessly and so effortlessly. And Sinazo was always there, whether it was her lecturing, going through the assignments, or helping me with all of my administrative queries. She's just great, guys. So if you are lucky enough to get accepted and to do this qualification, please feel free to reach out to both Sinazo and Marissa. They're great. And if you have any questions also, please can you post it? I see there are some things here. Let me just go through them.
Yes, I can see some questions here. So I see me and Sinazo have been sort of answering in the chat box as we go.
Perfect. So I don't think there's anything for me yet. But if there's anything that you guys want to ask me, or you're unsure of, and you think you can direct to me, then please feel free to just put it in the questions there, and I'll definitely get to you.
No, thank you so much, Tasmika. It's wonderful to hear from you guys and what your experience was as well. It's always nice to hear. So I'm going to go to questions then. So I've got one here from Tuhamina that asks, how do I apply for RPL for July 2024? I did post a comment there. If you can just reach out to Jethro. I'm not sure if we're going to make it for July because there's two short courses, the class of business, personal and commercial lines, that you do need to complete to be able to apply for RPL. But look, if you work really, really hard, we can do it. If you game, we game. We'll help you all the way. And then you can just reach out to Jethro there as well. I did post his email address. Then Mary asks, did you say that you can go from the higher certificate straight to the BCom? So Mary, yes. The straight answer is yes. But there are certain considerations that you need to take when you make this decision, okay? Because it depends on what your ultimate goal is. That will depend on which one are you going to the advanced certificate or are you going to the BCom? Okay, so the consideration is mostly regarding what is your future goals, what do you want to do, and then actually ultimately where are you going with regards to your designations with the IISA. So when you complete the higher certificate, you get your licentiate. Once you have completed the advanced certificate, you get your associateship. The rules to become a fellow. So guys, I'm not going to lie, BCom takes some time. It will take a minimum of 3 years to complete. But because you do the higher certificate, you do get 3 modules off the BCom. If you do the advanced certificate with the higher certificate, you will get 6 modules off your BCom, which does cut off quite a lot of time off your BCom, which is great. But if you go higher certificate straight to your BCom, you will become then you're a licentiate, then you will become an associate first, because their rules say you have to have a full qualification, like with FASE as well, a full qualification, and you have to be an associate for a year before you become a fellow. So those are just some of the considerations to take. And then again, the advanced certificate is 1 year, the BCom is a minimum of 3 years. But you guys are always, email support and say, attention, Marissa, it will come to me and I will give you a call or whatever the case may be. And I can help you with those decisions as well. Or Jethro, you can email Jethro. He also knows all of this and will guide you and help you. Okay, then I see there were questions regarding an exam center. So guys, everything is online. So this is also my house. Welcome to my house. If you see kids or dogs, I did try to get them out and be quiet, but if you do hear them, that might happen. The costings, everything is available on our website. We did post that as well. Okay, so I did answer that one as well. Once a higher certificate has been completed, you do get entry to the BCom and you do get 3 modules off your, well, if you go to the BCom in short-term insurance, if you go to BCom risk and compliance, unfortunately you won't get modules off, but you definitely get. Do you touch on RE course during the session? So in the higher certificate, we do have a module called legal framework. I don't want to say it is regarded. It is phase in the that book, but we also touch on all the other legislation that is applicable to the short-term insurance and the financial services industry. So we'll do POPI, POCTATORA. What's the other one? I can't remember. Sorry, guys, I haven't taught the higher certificate in a while. But there's a few legislations that we do touch on. If you need help with your full RE, we do have RE courses that's not that expensive, and also prep exams if you want more help with that. Cool. Okay. Tuhamina, I think I will get your email from marketing, and I will email you directly, and I will somewhere reach out to you directly and help you get going on those things. So Nazi, do you see anything that I've missed? Any questions? Oh, yeah, is another one. Matuma asks, what is the max period for completing the certificate? It's 3 years. So you can do 1, 1, 1, 1, but then you have to pass everything. But if you do get at the end of 3 years, look, I think the big thing, because this is a qualification that you need to do your actual job, we will always assist and extend it for you and help where we can. So that is.
Marissa, just contact details for the RPL route. Can I share Jethro's email, or should they reach out?
Yeah, I think it would be, maybe share Jethro's email. Thank you. Okay. Does no one have a question for Tasmika? I have one. Would you do it again?
Oh, definitely. Honestly, guys, I had so much fun. I think, speaking to a lot of people at the office was a little bit scary. So sometimes that's not always the best thing. I was really scared about commercial risk and legal. They were like, oh my God, it's hard. Just watch out for those modules. And then I remember when my legal mark came out and it was a distinction. I was like, what? How did I even do this? So guys, it's not as difficult as people make it sound. I think it's just important to put in the time. And if you know you've put in that time and effort, then it's going to reflect in your results as well. So if I had a chance to go and redo it, I would totally do it. As I said, I actually ended up having so much of fun doing it, because every time a result came out, I was like surprising myself, and I was like, oh my God, this is so great. And being able to engage with the qualification and actually get the gratification with your marks, it was the best thing ever. So I think I'm the perfect person to be sitting here and speaking about it, because I really have a passion for that qualification.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna hire you now as an ambassador. Thank you so much. Okay,
Mary, there's one more question, Marissa. Mary.
Yes. So if you take 3 modules per semester, how long does it take to finish? Then, because there's 6, Mary, it will take you 1 year. So yeah. Okay. But let me just see. I don't think there is any more slides. I think it is just where to find us. So yes, please, guys, we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm old school. I don't know Twitter and Instagram, so also can maybe talk to those too. I can just do Facebook and LinkedIn, but please connect with Milpark School of Financial Services, and you're obviously welcome to connect with me and Sanazu as well. Tasmika, can they spam you?
Yes. Yes. So if you guys want to reach
make
out,
the circles bigger.
I can drop my personal email address in the comments, guys.
Shame. Thank you, Tasmika. So yeah, if you think we were lying, email her directly and she'll.
No, you guys can email me if there's anyone who needs to know.
Guys. Okay.
Thank you,
guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Tasmika, thank you so much for making the time to come talk to our prospective students and sharing your experience. Sanazu, thank you for everything you do for our students. And I think that is then it from our side. Let me unshare so you can see us nicely. Guys, you must have a wonderful day further, and please do reach out to us if you have any questions or if you want us to contact you or whatever the case may be. Have a great day further, everyone. Bye.